Hello, 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 my beautiful souls. How are we today? Living your best life, I hope. Here are the cards of breaking barriers. I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. Paired up with, divinely of course, fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Listen, sometimes you gotta move. And it's scary and it's hard and it sucks. You don't necessarily know what's going to come of your decisions. You are wavering and, nervous. Maybe you're comfortable. Maybe you got people in your ear that are trying to talk you into playing small and minimalizing your greatest and highest self and greatest good. But then you live life miserably. You're unhappy, you're not sleeping well, you have this longing in your heart, and you know that your life can be so much better, and yet you're not doing the things need to be done in order to move to the next step. Fear is an illusion, right? Fear is the opposite of love. When you're moving from love, when you're moving from your heart, you are moving with and in the essence of God. And all of heaven is surrounding you and leading you to your greatest good. Your highest self, your soul self, is always leading you to that which is in your heart's desire. So yeah, maybe you make a step. When I started this YouTube channel, no fucking clue what I was doing. I don't really do videos. I'm not really into like getting dressed up and dolled up and all that stuff all the time. And I was like, you're making videos. And then they were, it's about the message. It's not about your hair. It's not about, your makeup. That was the ego self talking. And I had to check myself hard because you're given a divine gift, right? And so you move in it. Not everyone's divine gift is going to be sharing, channeled messages with the collective. It doesn't need to be. My path is my path. Your path is yours. The point is make moves. Breaking those barriers is like the caterpillar transforming into the butterfly and finally coming out of its shell. It's like the seed breaking through, out of its pod and getting rooted into the ground and really coming out. You're coming out of the dirt muck. You're going through branches and dirt and mud and, insects, and you're breaking out, and it seems like chaos. Get to the other side of this chaos and you realize, holy shit, the sun is shining. I'm standing tall. There are birds here. there's life on the other side of that in which you found to be fearful and nerve-wracking. So step out of the illusion of fear. Fear is your ego trying to keep you safe by being comfortable with that in which you already know. But if what you already know isn't really making you happy, then it's time to do something else. And that something else doesn't have to be this huge, transformation, like bungee jumping off of like this huge mountaintop or zip lining across the Amazon. It doesn't have to be that big. It could be a little step. Maybe I take a different walk home. Maybe I catch a different, bus and see the sights there. Maybe I try a new restaurant. Maybe I say yes to the guy that has asked me out 50 times and I don't think I'm worthy or good enough for him. Maybe I, go get a facial. Maybe I try new nail polish. Do little things. Do little things. Things that make you me. We didn't know anything before we learned. That's how we learned how to walk. We didn't come out of our mother's stomachs just running through these streets. We fell, we got up, we did it again. Same thing with crawling, learning how to use a spoon, learning how to use a fork. We have all these learned behaviors. And a lot of the stuff, especially fearful, learned by other people that were living in fear and anxiety and doubt and worry that couldn't get past their barriers. We are not our parents. We are not those who raised us. We took their lessons, and we should ideally be taking them with gratitude and love. For the most part, the things that people are telling us is because they love us, because they want to keep us safe. Maybe they don't want to see you hurt. Maybe they don't want to see you fail at something because they don't know how you're going to respond to it, understand that most of the time when people meet you, they meet you and they want what's best for you. Now, is that always the case? No, there's toxic people everywhere, especially within our family dynamics. And people that weren't able to live or acquire their goals and dreams will often advise you from that space. So step back and listen to the message, but sometimes you have to observe and not absorb. I'm doing everything in my power not to live my life fearfully, Regret is something that I've never done because I just don't get it. And fear is something that I'm learning to respect, not absorb into my system. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about some things. All right, and do it anyway. I'm an Aries. We're very headstrong. We kind of just do shit anyway and figure it out along the way. So it's easier said than done, 1,001%. But learn from nature. Learn from the trees, the seeds, the butterflies. Learn by the people that are transforming right before your eyes. We all have an opportunity to grow and to develop and to be better. And when we are inside our hearts, when we're moving from that place of heart, from hearts, compassion for others, compassion for ourselves. Be easy on you because you're your toughest critic. You're judging you. You're doubting you. You're listening to your ego talk shit about you and talk you out of what you really want. I tell my ego all the time, sit on my shoulder, shut your mouth. This is what I'm doing right now. You can watch, but you can't speak. And that's helped me, if I think there was a guided meditation that said if you need to give your ego a symbol or whatever it needs to be done, shut it up. Because your ego, again, is trying to keep you safe. But there's safety in playing small. And then there's a safety and glory of going hard and going big. Go big for yourself. Every successful person that you see right now has failed numerous times. More times than you'll ever know. They just got up and did it again. You fall, you get up, you do it again. You fall, you get up and do it again. And you do it better. That's the thing that you need to realize. Every time you move, you're doing it better. What did Thomas Edison say? I think he was like, I found 5,000 ways that the light bulb didn't. He just kept going. It's not, no, this isn't going to work. The end goal is always the end goal. Sometimes the route to that goal has to change. Not the desire for the goal. So where you're headed and where you want to be, yeah. And you might have to take a detour. Maybe you wanted to go to a certain college or university, but you got into community college instead. Does that mean that you can't be what you want to be? No. It just means you're going to go a different route. And maybe you need to be there to meet a certain mentor or soul teacher or make a special friend or be in a different community or look at them a different perspective. Or maybe it's going to totally shift your goals and dreams to something greater than you ever, started it out to be. Don't let fear paralyze you. You can either be the caterpillar and keep your face in the dirt with bugs and looking at the ground for the rest of your life, or you can tap in to your inner self, climb a little higher, not really knowing what the next step may be, stop for a rest, cocoon yourself and go within, and then come out on top, beautiful and glorious and soaring high. You be fearless. Be the limitless being that God created you to be. You are a child of God. You're beautiful and divine and perfect and wonderful and can absolutely accomplish any and everything you want. Don't let your fear stop you from being great. All right? So I hope this helps. I love you. God loves you and angels surround you. Bye.